One of my subscribers has asked me to realistically rebuild the Las Vegas Raiders, but with a new addition of Christian Wilkins. He also asked me to trade up for Jaden Daniels. I think that's definitely a possibility, so I will be doing that as well. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and or subscribe. I posted five free agency rebuild videos within the past 24 hours, so I would appreciate it if you guys showed the video some love by liking and or subscribing. But apart from that, enough plugging myself.
Your nuts are great in your mouth. Whoa, pause.
This is what we got for the defense. I'm not showing the offense for a specific reason, but Christian Wilkins, he was a great addition to the team with Tyree Wilson, who really didn't have that great of a rookie season, but there's still time for him to develop. I mean, you could have had Jalen Carter, but hey, I'm not here to hate. I'm here to rebuild the team with Christian Wilkins. I think it was a bit of an overpay. Bit is a little bit of an understatement here, but I do think he was definitely worth it because the Raiders need everything, and something that they do have is money, so we'll do that. And the offense, this is why I wasn't showing it. The O-line, we're in the draft right now. A lot of their O-linemen were pending free agents, so we definitely need to fix that. Got Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, Jacoby Myers, Michael Mayer, and Keaton Miller. Is it Keaton Miller? Am I bugging? Colton Miller, not Keaton. I'm stupid. Anyways, they got Gardner Minshew, not much of an upgrade, and Zamir White, my bad. I don't know if I'm going to be able to develop him. Hopefully, I will, but for right now, losing Josh Jacobs was a low blow. By the way, like, you have the money to pay him. Why not? Why did you not pay him? Anyways, let's see what we have in the draft.
How cute. My mom told me I'm handsome. I wanted all the smoke. I got him. I got him. I got him. I got his talent.
So now I'm trading away my first round pick this year, my first round pick next year, and my second round pick this year for the Broncos pick number 3. And I know you guys are going to say, oh, the Patriots are pick number 3. If you import these rosters, you have to do an offline franchise, then simulate from the preseason all the way to the draft, and it will just randomize the draft order. I got the Raiders pick right, which was pick 13 for them. I think that was the right pick. Either way, this is the way you have to do it because EA refuses to update their game even though you pay $70 for it each and every year. It's realistically a $30 game. I don't know why they do this. Anyways, enough of me complaining. We just gave up our future for this pick number 3 in the draft. Let's go take Jaden Daniels. I'm sure the Cardinals are going to take like Dallas Turner here. It's going to be Dallas Turner. He's pretty cracked in this. And Titans take Caleb Williams. Yes, it's the wrong draft order. Boo-hoo, get over it. We're here to rebuild the Raiders. Yes, Drake May is here, but it's about Jaden Daniels. Now, before I say this, I know everyone's going to be like, oh, you're cheating. This video isn't right. Jaden Daniels has normal dev on this roster, which I personally don't think it's right. I personally did not make this roster. So with that being said, whenever I draft him, I will give him star dev. I think a lot of people will agree that Jaden Daniels deserves at least star dev. It's not like I'm giving him abilities with superstar dev. He's a Heisman winner. I think he should have at least star dev here. He looks great athletically. A's across the board. Physicals 4.48. Looks great. Jaden Daniels, normal dev as expected. 89 throw power isn't crazy, but I will give him star dev just for the reasons I just explained. Now, this is the team going into year number 1. Drafted some offensive linemen in the draft. Still a terrible offensive line that I need to fix. As I mentioned before, I will be giving Jaden Daniels star dev for reasons I already explained. So go back in the video if you skipped it. Anyways, for the number, he was wearing 5 at LSU. Do we have 15? 14, 8, 7, 3. Which one looks best on him? Let's do 7. Was that Jamarcus Russell's number? Yeah, I can't wait. Anyways, Jaden Daniels, star dev, Zamir White, Hunter Renfrow. I mean, he has a great receiving core around him. Terrible offensive line. No support for his running back. But defensively, D-line looks amazing. And then past that, solid secondary. Linebacking core definitely needs to be improved. But for now, year number 1, it's a rebuild for a reason. Let's move into the midseason. And I was about to say we are 5-1 top of the division because I just finished the Ravens rebuild that I just posted now, like 12 minutes ago, as it is 9:12 Central Time for me. And we are 3-4, third in the division. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be with how contested this division is with the Chargers and Chiefs. It's going to be a real problem in the future. It needs to be offensive line here. Even though it doesn't affect simulation, it's still a realistic rebuild. Right guard is a weakness of the class, but left tackle is not. 78 million. Nate Hobbs, definitely want him back. Let's increase his bonus a little bit more. 5 years. He resigns. He's young. He has star dev. Trayvon Merrick, I did want back as well. Let's just do a player-friendly 5-year deal. Pretty cheap like that. Marcus Epps, not bad. Not doing 3 years. I'll do 1 year and increase the bonus until I can find your replacement. He wants me to commit. No. Hunter Renfrow, no. He's just old. Robert Spillane, same deal. Divine Diablo, it's not bad, but he's going to start regression soon. He probably won't even get to an 80 overall. I'll do a 2-year deal, boost the bonus here. He resigns on that. Anything else here? Gardner Minshew, no. Is he a mentor? If he was a mentor, I actually wouldn't mind having him back. Bridge QB, unfortunate. If he was a mentor, it would have been nice. Jerry Tillery, no, no, no. Apart from that, let's move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, going 8-9, missing the playoffs. Week 18 loss to Kirk Cousins and the Falcons, 17-14. Defensive points per game is 13th. Offense is 17th. Our passing game looks pretty good. Is Jaden Daniels good? He is pretty good. That's pretty good rookie season. Definitely for yards, I would say. 17th best offense, 21st best defense. He is. The ratio here isn't crazy. A little bit too many interceptions for the touchdowns. If he had like 30 touchdowns, I think it would be better. But still, he's a rookie. 4,200 yards, 25 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. 96 pass rating, my bad. Zamir White, 15 touchdowns is a promising start, but 3.5 average is not enough to get it done on this team. Devontae Adams, 100 receptions, 1,400 yards, 8 touchdowns. Jacoby Myers, 10 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Michael Mayer, only a touchdown. Hunter Renfrow is definitely not getting re-signing after that season. Kind of mid. Robert Spillane, a lot of tackles, but he's super old. Probably going to get a 1-year contract with me. Definitely not a bad stat line. Actually, a really good stat line. Tackles for a loss, 14 for Max Crosby. Sacks, 14 from Christian Wilkins, outperforming Max Crosby, who was 13.5. Tyree Wilson was 7.5. That's a nice start. 3 interceptions for Nate Hobbs. Safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 1 for Nate Hobbs. So let's move into the offseason. And the Ravens beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Odafe Away wins the Super Bowl MVP. Lamar Jackson wins the league MVP and the Offensive Player of the Year. Happens a lot. Caleb Williams on the Titans wins Rookie of the Year. And Cameron Kinchins on the Ravens wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Don't they already have Marcus Williams and Kyle Hamilton? All right, I guess they picked another safety. In the AFC West, Tyron Smith goes to the Chiefs. I could kind of see that happening if he's willing to take a pay cut for a ring, but he doesn't get one here. He retires there, and John Felicino, or whatever the hell, retires with the Broncos. For the adjust lineup and the team upgrades offensively, we're the exact same defensively. This guy gets star dev, Zion something. He's a 24-year-old rookie who's already 25. Spillane gets up as well. Any other upgrades? Surprised Wilkins didn't go to X Factor, but for now, let's see our re-signings. For the players ready to negotiate, Marcus Epps, dude, here, I'll give you very player-friendly, and you're getting a 1-year deal. That's all I'm giving you. He's going to test free agency, that's fine. Hunter Renfrow, no. Spillane, got a lot of tackles on the team. I'm fine with a 1-year contract, boost his money so he stays here. He resigns. Hunter Renfrow, no. Gardner Minshew, no. Everyone else here, just a no. $87 million is spent in free agency. Now, these are the signings after free agency. I got Jalen Warren. He's a significantly higher overall. Rob Havenstein as a temporary right tackle and Michael Pierce as a temporary defensive tackle. I went after Nick Bolton, but the dude just said, nah, I gave him the most money. He had the highest interest. I gave him 6 years, way more money than the Packers. And he just said, nah, it would have been a sick signing to get Nick Bolton, but he was like, I don't care. I don't like Vegas. I'd rather pay state income tax in snowy-ass Wisconsin. But anyways, let's move into the draft. I do not have a first-round pick because of Jaden Daniels, so in the second round, I'm picking up center Matt McKee out of Clemson, 6'2", 303, hidden dev, 87 strength, 86 acceleration. He looks very balanced. In the third round, going with another offensive lineman, Randy Foster out of Florida, 6'3", 321, hidden dev, 92 strength for a rookie is amazing. He had elite agility, elite speed. He had elite a lot of things. He seems crazy. Elite speed for being 6'3", 321 is crazy. A's across the board. He actually looks really good. Year number 2 for the Raiders, McKee and Foster is definitely going to start. O-line's looking a lot better now. Just needs to develop, of course. Jalen Warren, I think, was a slight bit of an upgrade over Zamir White. Tucker, who is this guy? Trey Tucker, Cincinnati, 5'9", 185. I'm bigger than that, dude. Put me at receiver, baby. Davis, I don't know who this guy is, but I'm not starting him over Divine Diablo. It's going to be a number 2. Trayvon Merrick, we lost Marcus Epps. I forgot about that. Need a new strong safety. The D-line looks really good. Why is Devontae Adams add to the slot? I definitely don't want him playing slot. Jalen Warren's going to get all the reps here because Zamir White just did nothing last year. Anything else here that I specifically want? No. Honestly, I'm going to put Diablo as the starter. I hope he gets a dev, but for now, D-line looks really, really good. Offense is slowly coming together, but apart from that, let's move into the midseason mark. 4-2, top of the division over the Chiefs and Chargers, which is actually crazy that we're having a winning season after year number 2 with this team, because, you know, I'm just the GOAT at rebuilds. I'm just the best ever to do it. Doesn't matter what you guys say. I'm just better than everyone you ever know. Defensive tackle, why not? Just have more depth at that, and, you know, just stick with that. Players ready to negotiate. Jacoby Myers. We're going to do another year with you until I can find a replacement, and then we're going to boost your salary to $13 million. That's cool with me. Colton Miller, you're a franchise left tackle. Just take this contract. He resigns. Jack Jones, 2 years, cheap deal. I'll do that. I'm fine with that. He was getting older, but I'm not keeping him long term. Spillane, I think I'm done with you. You're about to turn 30. Zamir White, he just doesn't want to be here. Our scheme fits winning, so screw you, Zamir. You can leave. Dylan Farim, he's not bad. For sure. It'd be a pretty cheap contract if I could just get him close to home in Georgia. Yeah, if he doesn't want to be here, I won't re-sign him. I'll just draft someone else. AJ Cole doesn't want to be here, but he wants to be in Georgia. Why does everyone want to be in Georgia? I understand they have a cool college team, but okay, he resigns on player friendly. I don't want if I have a superstar punter and kicker, I'll just take one, but if they're not a superstar dev, then I'll just let them hit free agency and draft a new one. I know $5 million a year is a lot for the special teams, but they both have superstar dev, so they are actually useful. Tyree Wilson, I'll probably accept his option because defensive ends are expensive. $22 million left only. It's probably because a lot of temporary Band-Aid players on the team, but for now, let's move into the playoffs. And we choked the season away, 8-9 once again, back-to-back years. My offense just blows. My defense blows as well for no reason. Literally no reason. But Jaden Daniels, slightly worse season than last season, actually. 28th offense, 17th defense, 3,800 yards, 27 interceptions, 27 touchdowns to 15 interceptions, 93 pass rating. Honestly, a worse season. Jalen Warren, better running back here than Zamir White, who leached 8 touchdowns off of him. 11 touchdowns for Jalen Warren, 3.9 per carry, 1,000 yards. Devontae Adams, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Trey Tucker, 8 touchdowns, 900 yards. Jacoby Myers, just mid-seasons for the rest of them. Don't know how else to explain it. Divine Diablo, 137 tackles. Tackles for a loss is 15 for Crosby. Sacks, 18.5 for Crosby. 7 for Wilkins, 7 for Pierce. Interceptions, 2 for Divine Diablo. How many was really Tyree only getting 4.5 sacks? Come on, dude. Put up numbers. Let's go. Safeties, 0. Defensive touchdowns is 1 for whoever the hell that was. I didn't even have time to look at it. I didn't care. Anyways, we're 8-9. Let's move into the offseason. And the Ravens beat Baker Mayfield in the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson wins the Super Bowl MVP and the league MVP. Is that back-to-back? Probably. There are no awards here for the Raiders. In the AFC West, a bunch of Charger players retire, including Keenan Allen, Khalil Mack, and their fullback. For the team upgrades, offensively, Foster has superstar dev, McKee has star dev. That's sick for our offensive line. Defensively, Divine Diablo gets star dev. That's exactly what I wanted because Spillane is not going to be here. Nothing else though, so let's move into the re-signings. For the re-signings, I'll just accept the option on Tyree Wilson. Robert Spillane can leave. Same thing with Zamir White and everyone else here. Let's see what we have for free agency. Josh Jacobs is here. You know how devious it would be to bring his ass back? Force him back to the franchise? He wants to be in Oklahoma? I'm sorry, there's no teams in Oklahoma, bud. If you're from Oklahoma, I don't know what to tell you. After free agency, I usually always get Rasul Douglas. He's always a nice snag despite his age. 84 overall, interest was high. TJ Edwards, interest was high. 2-year deal for him. Both got 2 years on their contract. So anyways, let's move into the draft. In the first round, I really don't like what I see, so I'm going to be trading back with the Buccaneers who have pick 31. I'm also getting their next year's first round pick. I think this is really good value for us. At the end of the first round, I'm glad I didn't reach on this guy. I had my eye on him. He had A awareness, A hit power. His athleticism wasn't crazy. It was just solid across the board. B tackle, B catching, but I needed a safety. I'm glad I traded back for him. 90 speed, 87 acceleration, normal dev. In the second round, needed a left guard replacement. Jacoby Sutton out of Miami, 6'2", 322, hidden dev, 92 strength as a rookie. As always, is amazing. A's and B's across the board. Year number 3 for the team. For some reason, the AI is deciding. This is annoying. Okay. I need you to play the position that you are assigned to play, Foster. It is right guard. You are not a left guard. I drafted a new left guard. Do not play left guard. It is super frustrating that the AIs do this, and I can't fix it unless I trade someone. What can I get for this guy? Buccaneers want to give me even more trades. Anyone else have like an actual interest? The Lions need a guard apparently, so give me a 4th round pick for this guy who I picked in like the 2nd round. Sure, that works. I just want my guys to play the position they're designed to play here. So O-line, I think I've completely fixed and revamped, which is nice. The receiver class was honestly really shitty. I got this guy in the 4th round because he had elite acceleration. It's a Raiders thing to do. 97 acceleration, but he's not really going to be that useful. Only a 70 overall. Defensively, looking into it, I mean, it looks like it's improved just a little bit. Dickinson here. Quentin Dickinson, 77 overall, good pick, just no dev, again, really sucks. So we're going to move him to strong safety. Hopefully that works out there. He may be a little bit light for the position, but it is what it is. And honestly, does not look bad on the defense, 85 overall team. I need Jaden Daniels to produce. He has a good offensive line here, just developing a little bit, some solid backup core and backup running back core, I mean running back core in general. Anyways, Davante Adams, he has an X Factor, Jacoby Myers, and Michael Mayer. He just needs to throw the ball and produce already. Anyways, let's move into the midseason. 5-1, second division, here to face the Chiefs. If they lose, we become 6-1. They become 7-1. I guess they haven't had their bye yet, but if we beat them, we could take the division in the next couple weeks whenever the Chiefs eventually do get their bye. Quentin Dickinson already has the breakout challenge, which would be sick, but of course we have to play the Chiefs during this. Coming off our first loss to the Niners, scouting national focus, it is going to be receiver. I am going to lose Jacoby Myers after this point, so it's also a strength of the class. Players ready to negotiate, $124 million. It's about to get washed down the drain from Max Crosby's contract, 4-year deal, and he wants more? All right. I mean, I guess he is in the position to do it. Michael Mayer, I do want back, and he wants more. You're not in the position to do it. I don't know what you're bitching about. Davante Adams, do a 3-year deal with him. Please just accept it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Finally, someone accepted it. Jacoby Myers, he's a solid receiver. It depends the numbers he puts up, but for now, no. Divine Diablo, he wouldn't be bad for the rest of the rebuild, even if he does regress. So I am going to give him this contract. And anyone else? Trey Tucker, I don't really think so. No. Rest of the contracts, I guess I'll just deal with it in the offseason. Rob Havenstein and Michael Pierce will just be too old to sign at that point. Anyways, let's move in to the playoffs. 9-8, finally not being 8-9. Ha, the Chargers are 8-9. I bet we called a timeout and kicked a field goal right before. Anyways, here to face the Baltimore Ravens. We're going to lose round 1, even though we're a higher overall than them. And they also have Derrick Henry, I'm assuming. Yeah, their rushing game is number 1, so it's definitely Derrick Henry. Our rushing game is 24th, but everything else seems to be pretty solid. Coming off a loss to the Colts. Stats and awards. Let's see what we have. Jaden Daniels doing really good, actually. Top 10 for MVP, I'm assuming, if he's even here. No, I guess not. Probably has a lot of interceptions since his pass rating is 24th in the NFL. 4th best offense in the NFL. 9th best defense. Top 10. Nice. And we only went 9-8. Yeah, it's the interceptions. 4,400 yards, 34 touchdowns, 16 interceptions is too many. 101 passer rating. Jalen Warren, 13 touchdowns, 3.6 per carry is not enough. Devontae, 106 receptions, 1,500 yards, 13 touchdowns. Another amazing season. Trey Tucker, actually a solid season. Did way better than Jacoby. So I might keep... I'll probably re-sign Trey Tucker and then just let Jacoby walk. He literally performed him by a ton of receptions. Jacoby had a higher average, but still, double the touchdowns, similar yards, way better receptions. Yeah, he's definitely getting re-signed over Jacoby. Defensively, TJ Edwards, 108 tackles for a loss, 20 for Max Crosby, sacks 23.5 for Max Crosby, breaking the record. Yeah, we're going to overpay for him, for sure. It's not even going to be an overpay. It's going to be realistic. Tyree Wilson finally having a breakout season, 11 sacks. Christian Wilkins hasn't been crazy for us, but he's been solid. I don't think he's worth his contract, but still. TJ Edwards, 3 interceptions, safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. Now, can Jaden Daniels provide the upset against the Ravens and the Lamar Jackson to move on to the divisional round in year number 3? And no, 24-7. Get absolutely smacked. 3-score game. Let's move into the offseason. In the offseason, once again, the Ravens beat the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl, and Lamar Jackson wins once again the Super Bowl MVP and league MVP. That might be his 3rd in a row. And he wins the Offensive Player of the Year. Max Crosby, Defensive Player of the Year. And there are no other awards here for the Raiders. In the AFC West, Davante Adams retires. That's so bad. That's so bad for us. I'm going to need to start making some trades. For the team upgrades, I'm going to have Trey Tucker as my number 1 receiver until I get to the draft. I'm probably going to trade for a receiver. Michael Mayer has superstar dev. Jalen Warren is regressing. So, yeah, I need to trade for a running back. And running backs are super expensive in Madden for no reason. Crosby's a 99 overall. McDougal, as star dev. That's cool. Dickinson, I forgot to look at his dev up game, but whatever. We probably lost the Chiefs since we finished 9-8. Anyways, let's see our re-signings. For the re-signings, Max Crosby, he wants more money. Definitely going to give it to him here. Player friendly. Let's do 4 years with him. He re-signs. Jaden Daniels will accept the option. Michael Mayer has superstar dev. We're just going to do player friendly with him as well. And he's going to re-sign. Anyone else? Jacoby Myers? No. Trey Tucker? Sure, we'll do a 4-year deal with him. A lot cheaper than Jacoby, who underperformed. And this DB can walk. Actually, that's not bad depth. I'll keep him for another year for now. Anyone else here that I want? Michael Pierce regressed into oblivion. Honestly, Rob Havenstein, I'll just keep back for the final year. I'm fine with that. 78 overall. Not really going to find much better in the draft. I'm assuming that's a 78 overall rookie for an offensive tackle would be crazy. 91 million spend in free agency. Hopefully we can find a stud. After free agency, I offered on Tyreek Hill by far the most money, and it was a huge contract, like $40 million a year, and he said, nah. He just had no interest with us. So I got Malik Hooker, who I'm going to move to strong safety. I'm going to have to make some trades for some receivers. How does this not go through? I'm trading a first and a second for 31-year-old regressing Nick Chubb, and they're like, no. That's the stupidest thing ever. How the hell does a second-round pick not get me 85 overall star dev Tajay Spears? It's so stupid. Running back value is so dumb in Madden. Okay, I did it. 2 first-round picks for Chris Olave. I don't know why. He just seems like he'd be a Raider. I had 2 first-round picks because I traded back with the Buccaneers last year. I need a receiver. I got one. Now I'm trading away a second-round pick for aging 31-year-old Cortland Sutton. In real life, if he was 31 years old and regressing on the Broncos, he would be traded for a 5th-round pick. I offered a 3rd, and they were like, hell no. But second-round pick is good enough. Now I'm trading a 2, a 3, and a 4 for washed-up DeForest Buckner. He has an X factor, but again, if he's washed, in real life, he would go for like a 3rd at most. Most likely like a 4th or a 5th. Yeah, I'm just going to bite the bullet. I know, Tajay Spears is only an 85 overall running back. I'm giving away my next year's first-round pick, even though we have 1 more year left, for Tajay Spears. This would not be a real thing in real life. I hate how this is so overvalued. Running backs are not that valuable in real life. But anyways, let's move in to the next season since I traded away all my draft capital. Now, this is the team for the 4th and final season. I traded away all my draft capital for like basically the next 2 years. I mean, I guess I got a 3rd-round pick in this upcoming draft, but that's about it. Receiving core looks kind of mid past Chris Olave and Michael Mayer, but O-line looks solid here. 87 overall team. It's literally Jaden Daniels. He hasn't been doing anything this entire rebuild, but D-line looks really, really nice. It's all up to Jaden Daniels. We have yet to win a playoff game. We've only made it once, and then immediately we're first-round exits, but let's move in to the 4th and final season and the playoffs. 14-3, top of the division. I guess Jaden Daniels suddenly balled out. How did the Chiefs go 9-8 and the Chargers 7-10? The Broncos make sense, but past that, sure, I guess, first round bye. I'm honestly stunned. Jaden Daniels still putting up good, it's all right. 7th best offense, 1st best defense is what carried us. Interceptions is still a problem. 29 touchdowns to 13. Isn't the best, but it's not the worst. 102 passer rating is solid. 4,000 yards. I've just seen, like, with these exact playbooks, just way better players in simulation. Simulation, Jaden Daniels low-key seems kind of buns, but Tajay Spears actually surpassed my expectations. Jalen Warren leached off a bunch of his touchdowns. Jaden Daniels 4 rushing touchdowns. Tajay Spears 15 passing touchdowns, 4.4 average, 1,200 yards. Chris Olave 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. And after that, just mid. And then defensively, TJ Edwards 117 yards, not yards, 117 tackles for a loss. 26 for DeForest Buckner is amazing. Sacks, 16 for Max Crosby, 8.5 for Buckner, 7.5 for Wilkins, and Tyree Wilson goes from having a breakout season to doing nothing once again. I mean, 6 sacks is not nothing, but for being pick number 7 in the draft, I expect more. Nate Hobbs, 5 interceptions, safety is on the team, 1 for Max Crosby, defensive touchdowns, 1 for Trayvon Merrick. Honestly, Jaden Daniels in my previous rebuilds and in this one just seems so mid. I'm going to play this divisional round because we have yet to win a playoff game. It's the 4th and final year against the Steelers here, who are an 87 overall team. This is actually probably going to be a pretty hard matchup, but let's see if we can beat them to move on to the conference championship. Here we are against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're going to start out 7-0. We're going to respond with another 7. They're going to respond with 7. Huge bomb pass play makes it 14-14. They're going to put nothing on the board before half, but we respond with a 7, then open up the half with nothing, and then they're going to tie it up 21-21, then steal the lead from us 24-24. Defense, don't choke. You're the number 1 in the league. end game drive, run the ball, and kick the field goal. I'm going to have to do it. 3 defensive linemen. I'm going to run on this all day long. Tajay Spears with a nice lane. Easy first down. Let's run the hurry up. Back and another 3-man set. This is going to be their downfall. I'm just going to be able to get easy yards and get in field goal range like this every single time. Run hurry up again. No nose guard. Right back to it. It's not abuse. Dude, they're just not lining up correctly. Let's take a timeout and then just drain this clock and then kick a field goal and finish it. 2nd and 4. We're going to give it right back to Tajay Spears. Perfect blocks up the field. He's getting easy work today, running all over him. I think I have more yards than he had the entire game just on this one drive. 2nd and 5. Right back to Spears once again. It's an easy touchdown. I'm going to lay down, drain the clock, and finish the game. And it is up, on the way, good, 0 seconds left, 27-24. We're going to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers because I had to jump in there at the end, and we're going to be moving on to the conference championship. 3 touchdowns for Jaden Daniels. Did he have any interceptions? 1. Okay, that's fine. He had a really good game with 136 passer rating. And we're here to face the Ravens, who knocked us out last year in the wild card round. This is going to be way harder than the Steelers here. Hopefully we can do it. Home field advantage. Here we are against the Baltimore Ravens, starting out 7-0. We had really good field positioning, 14-0 here. They're going to punt in our territory as well, 21-0. Humiliating the Ravens off the rip. It's going to be 21-6 at halftime. We're going to open up the half with another touchdown, 14-28. Ravens making a comeback here. Do not choke this. I wanted to play the game and drain the clock. The Ravens are gonna put it in. The AI is so stupid, bro. It's so dumb. I will probably get into field goal range if I try because I have 3 timeouts. I'm running cheese because the AI screwed me, so I'm going to screw the AI. Trying to run up with Jaden Daniels. 9 seconds left. I don't know if that'll be enough to get in field goal range. Pressing Chris Olave. He immediately gets off his guy. I might have him deep. I might have him. Chris Olave is going to come down with it. Double coverage. Timeout. 4 seconds left. Yeah, the AI would have just ran the ball and gone to overtime. Hell no. I am not doing that. Daniel Carson finished this game. It's another 3-point win for the Las Vegas Raiders because I had to step in and do it again. And apart from that, we are going to be moving on to the Super Bowl because of me. No, not the AI. The AI is stupid. For the 4th and final year, my PC sounds like a fire jet because I've been recording all day, but we have to face the Eagles, another tough challenge. I'm glad I didn't have to face the Chiefs throughout the playoffs. They were 9-8, so I don't even know if they made the playoffs. Tajay Spears gets superstar dev. That's sick. Jaden Daniels never really developed to the stage I wanted him to, but Merrig and Nate Hobbs both get superstar dev. That's sick. Surprised Christian Wilkins didn't get X Factor throughout the entirety of this rebuild. But apart from that, guys, year number 4, finally in the Super Bowl. Let's see if we can beat the Philadelphia Eagles before my PC crashes. Here we are against the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to start out 6, and then not get the extra point. And then we just took wow, scoring, a lot of scoring, really fast, 27-7 and 27-10 at halftime. Really nice first half offensively. Big run for Saquon Barkley. 30. Okay, it's over. We won. We're going to win this Super Bowl. Finally, the AI does something and doesn't screw it up. Choking. They almost choked a 21-0 lead against the Ravens for me to step in, but that doesn't matter. 38-24 against the Philadelphia Eagles as the Raiders are going to dominate in the Super Bowl, and this is going to be a successful rebuild. Let's see who your Super Bowl MVP is. Chris Olave had 14 receptions for... Holy shit, dude. Hold up. Jaden Daniels, really good game. 145 pass rating, 3 touchdowns to no interceptions. And hold up. My God. 1 touchdown, 198. Trey Tucker with 2 touchdowns, 100 yards. Crazy game. Xavier Worthy on the Eagles kind of makes sense. Crazy game for my receivers as well. Your Super Bowl MVP is Jaden Daniels, as I guess he finally develops, quote unquote, in the final season. Not crazy, but good enough to get it done, evidently. So that is going to be a successful, realistic rebuild. I thank you guys all for watching. And of course, as always, my dogs are always hyped as soon as I start recording. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.